Greetings everyone and welcome back to a new First Days for the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Centipede with a Gun, a little game I've had my eye on for the last 3 or 4 days. It released very recently on the 21st of December and is currently on a 30% offer discount on Steam. I picked my copy up for just under 2 shiny British pounds. Convert into your local currency as required. Now, I have played through one run on the game and have already unlocked New Game Plus 1, which we're probably going to jump into. I like to have a little bit of an idea of what I'm about to talk about, especially in First Taste, because we might only get one video of it, so it's not really the best video for me to be learning the game on the go. But what is Centipede with a Gun? Well, it takes some elements from games like Brotato and especially Bioprototype. So you've got a protagonist, you're moving around, you're just controlling the movement. Kind of think, well, I was going to say Snake, but really it doesn't really follow that kind of the snake-like body. I was hoping it would when I picked up the game, not gonna lie, but you just kind of got an ever-expanding biomass blob of a body that has guns on it, and you're just moving it around the screen. It's auto-attacking based on its body parts, not its brain, like with Bioprototype, where you kind of create the brain to make a synergy of attack types. This, you're expanding your body to much the same effect. It's always easier to show, though, than to describe. So let's go ahead and just jump into the game and see what we can do. We're going to play a New Game Plus 1. Let's jump into a new run. Okay, this is us. We have got a warrior body part to start with. It's called a Scout. It punches nearby enemies. Very not like a scout, actually. We've got a shield, stand still, has a lot of life. A thief attacks nearby enemies with a chance of dropping a coin with each attack. Like, none of these are particularly great choices right out the gate. Now, there are 4 different types of kind of body parts. They are the direct damage ones. In fact, I'll quickly bring this up. Let's go all the way through. Here we are. We've got warriors, shooters. So warriors do melee damage, shooters do range damage, enchanters and supports. Enchanters add effects onto nearby combat pieces, and supports are things like merchant, which doesn't strictly need any particular body part next to it. It just does its job slowly over time. Shield is much the same thing. It's literally just a shield. It's a body part that can take a lot of damage. So I'm very, very much in favor of just grabbing an extra bit of attack early on. So let's go with this. Attacks nearby enemies with a chance of dropping coins with each attack. I'm going to pop that one right here. We'll see why in a moment. You've got a maximum of 10 units right now. If you hover over it, it'll tell you kind of what's going on with it. Right now, they're both very basic because we don't have any modifiers. It's really the enchantments that make the game kind of stand out for me. So this is us, and unfortunately, we do not kind of snake around. It's literally just a blob that gets bigger based on the body parts that we add. A little bit disappointed by that once again, but this is actually not a bad little start here, managing to get a good bit of extra damage out there. The graphics are very comfortable, I feel. I particularly have a liking for kind of pixelated graphics, I must confess. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I certainly appreciate it. I feel that pixelated graphics tend to stand the test of time much better than more photorealistic graphics. Now, we've got Bullet Breaker, Lifesteal, Poison. These are enchanters. This is a support, just breaks nearby bullets. Not a bad one to have, certainly. Now, I think Steal Life from enemies attacked by adjacent units is a strong one. Adds Poison for adjacent fighters. We've only got 3 coins, so let's go with Poison right now. And I'm going to place this one down here, and it's going to affect both of these. So this one now has the spell Poison affected on it, and so does this one. So we'll do a little bit of damage over time to our enemy. Let's swing back around, do a little bit of damage over here. You can see the damage effect ticking in, which is very, very nice. Now, every wave is comprised of 3 combats, from what I can tell. And every 5th wave, every 5th combat, combats are built of 3 waves. And every 5th combat is an elite battle. The elites are deceptively difficult, I must say. You do need to build with a mind towards going for that. We can go up to 20 rounds in New Game Plus. The base game only goes up to 15. Now we can get critical damage, increases the critical damage chance for adjacent fighters. Explosions, enemies defeated by adjacent fighters gain 5% chance of exploding and bleeding. Enemies attacked by adjacent units get weaker. I'm absolutely all for taking that. Yeah, I'm just going to build that up. So now we're doing a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of poisoning. I'm a very big fan kind of dots make the things you do more powerful. I'm less about adding more attacks and more about making the attacks that I've got do more work. I feel that is efficiency right there. There we go. Now you do have to pick up the coins that drop, otherwise they despawn. And as you can see, we're starting to get different enemies now. This one seems to be more of a turret unit down there, which I kind of want to avoid there. Oh, I just got caught. However, the damage will be undone over time. I will let that hit there just to demonstrate. This isn't a problem because it does auto-heal. You can get other components that make it even better at doing that, though. Lifesteal is one example. There are also support units such as medics, which just kind of spawn healing orbs around the playfield, which is another quite solid option. Right now, we're very early on, so we're not taking much damage, and we don't have to think too much about that. But it's definitely worth keeping those components in mind. Now, we've got a cannon over here, and we've got another scout. Now, one thing to be aware of is you can level things up. If we drag the cannon down, I would very much like an extra shooter, so sure, let's grab that. But I'm going to then upgrade the poison to level 2. So we're going to do a little bit more damage. I believe the max level for any unit is 5, and at 5 they kind of unlock an elite perk for that unit. So you really do want to bring in plenty of cash. The range that you see over here does adjust to the different components. The cannon isn't the strongest attack type because it really does require you to be aiming straight at your opponents, which is not something I generally like doing, but it's a good bit of damage when it triggers. So right now, it's worth having just for that little bit of extra damage, but I'll probably sell that component in time just to make room for something I can use a little bit more passively. Let's just face tank all of that. There we go. Oh, we've almost lost the cannon at this point, so we want to give the cannon a little bit of time without taking damage for it to heal up. There we go. Thank you. Right, and let's get on down here. One of the big problems with the cannon is it's... Oh, we've already lost it. Damn. Is the cannon does not have a lot of range. I think it would be a lot better with a couple of range upgrades, which you can get. The aforementioned every 5 levels you will gain a kind of a talent upgrade. Oh, lifesteal, not bad. Oh, we actually got the unit back. I didn't realize that was a thing, but that's very, very nice. All right, well, I think honestly of everything, I wouldn't mind picking up the lifesteal, honestly. Okay, we're gonna grab the lifesteal. Sure, that means that our central scout now has poison, bleeding, and lifesteal. 2 poison, in fact, so that's actually quite nice. There we go. Let's get back out there. Now, once again, this is the elite battle. So this is our ultimate goal, is to remove that enemy. However, while we're in here, we are going to be constantly taking damage from a lot of different sources. It's a bit of a gauntlet, frankly. So we do need to focus our attempt on taking out the elite, because we are going to get constant spawns happening, whether we're doing damage to everything or not. So we are eventually going to suffer a loss just due to attrition, because the enemies are, of course, doing a lot better in terms of outputting damage than I am right now. Let's continue to get in there, do what we can. The poison is doing work for us right now, serious work. That is a huge part of our strategy. We've poisoned the elite, so as long as we can survive long enough, we will eventually win. And it seems that we can lose our components as long as we survive the battle. We'll get them back, which is not something that I was aware of. I'm very, very glad to know. Right, let's swing back around. Try and stick here. I also want to pick up the gold. Honestly, we could probably use these elite battles to generate gold if we particularly wanted to. Let's swing down. I'm a little bit worried about rotating on the same angle constantly, because I've just got the same component always facing the incoming damage from the elite. So we'll put the thief... Oh, wow, the thief really cannot take much damage there. Let's allow you to regenerate. There we go. Oh, my money! No! Come back! Did we get both? Ah, I lost one of them. A little bit sad about that, but oh well. There we go. And there we are. Round clear with 7 gold in the bank. Okay, so now we can start having a look at the talent tree. There's various things that we can do, but right now I kind of feel maybe upgrading max distance to my attacks. I kind of feel like maybe I should be going for increasing my outgoing damage, really, but well, we'll see. Extra punch adds 1 punch for adjacent warriors. warrior, shooter. Critical damage chance for adjacent fighters. Fighters is everything. So you wouldn't get any bonus from extra punch, but increased critical damage, that is something I wouldn't mind doing. So we're going to grab you, and then I'm going to upgrade the poison once again. Now, I could re-roll, but there's no way I'm going to be able to afford anything at this point, so we may as well just jump into the next battle. Right, until I've got a viable replacement for the cannon, we're just going to be holding on to you, but you can now see that we've got a couple of those components that we just saw in the elite battle showing up, which is going to probably be par for the course. After every elite, we're going to start seeing some of the units that were introduced during the elite battle showing up. And they'll either just get stronger, because I think these are going to be a mainstay for most of the game. But these are going to start showing up more and more. They'll slowly be upgraded down the kind of unit tree, I suppose. I'm not sure how many different types of enemies are in the game so far. At this point, I think I've only seen 4 enemies, not including the elite. So hopefully there's more, and with the additional New Game Plus rounds, you'll start to see more and more of them show up as you get to much higher tiers in the game. Round clear. Aha! Chain damage. So much worth. Okay, chain damage is almost worth me getting rid of this completely in order to maximize how many things get chain damage. I'm afraid, yes. Chain damage just get you down here. Now, chain damage adds chain damage for adjacent fighters. Literally just increases the amount of units that it's going to affect. Magnet wouldn't be too bad because it'll attract orbs from anywhere in the arena, and then at that point you can start throwing in things like healing orbs or merchant orbs, but I don't think we're going to go for that. Large bullet shoots from adjacent gunners. Get larger. Oh, okay, well, it's not too bad, I suppose. There's also bleeding over here, which we could enhance. I think we will. Let's go ahead and enhance you for 2. We can possibly get something here. Quick attack, freeze, and another quick attack. So what makes adjacent fighters attack quicker. I mean, that's pretty nice, actually. Adds freezing for adjacent fighters. Sure, we'll pop that one down there. So we're kind of making a block here. We're at 8 out of 11 units so far. Right, let's see what we can do. You'll immediately see the effect of the chain attacks kicking off. And I believe the chain attacks do carry through the other effect as well, so it'll chain poison to multiple units, which is, as you can imagine, extremely useful for us. Let's go up here. Let's try and take out the cogs as quickly as we can, because they are going to generally be a bigger problem for me. The other thing that chain attacks can do, which is quite interesting, is they can chain attack onto shots. Enemy projectiles can be taken out by them, which is actually quite a cool little mechanic there. Oh, that hurt a little bit, but look at that gold down there. Fantastic, I approve. Let's just take you out. There we are. Nice and easy combat win. Perfect. Right, what are we going to see here? Another chain damage. Absolutely going to grab that. Now, chain damage upgrades in an interesting way. In that it will cause the chain to get longer. We could also pick up magnets at this point, and then I don't have to worry about gold in the arena. I would like to be free of that concern, if I'm honest. I'll pop the magnet at the back there. Alright, can't grab explosion, that's fine. Let's get back out here. There we are. Now, I can see, given this, I can see why having like a snake-like body that just kind of follows you around wouldn't really work. But there's a part of me that thinks it would be amazing if the centipede body was just one long tail, and that just as you were adding components in, it just got added into wherever that segment of the tail was, and then it just kind of wove around the arena. Though that being said, avoiding damage would become extremely difficult in that scenario. It would be very, very hard to manage where the damage was going to hit your body if your body could just be any length all over the place. Kind of like in a game of the modified games of Snake, the PvP versions of Snake is like, yeah, I can control the head, but the rest of my tail, the longer I get, the more instances of damage I'm going to just not to be able to avoid. I don't really rate any of those specifically, so we're going to re-roll here and see what we can get. Aha, cannon. We could upgrade our cannon. It might get a longer range, but there's a part of me that doesn't want to. There is also fragmentation, which is a solid option. If we pop that one down there, enemies defeated by adjacent fighters create bullets when dead. I think I would rather invest in extra freeze, though. I really would like to get a different option for the cannon if we can. So we're going to save up for that possible future. All right, let's see what we can do down here. I really don't like barreling head on towards my opponents is the main problem that I have, because then you have things like face tanking bullets that are coming your way. I much prefer to be able to just do broadsides. That said, though, the cannon does do a very appreciable amount of damage. There's the golden... I don't know, they almost look like bacterias, frankly. But they will eventually decide to charge up, and then we'll just dash across the arena and take you out. Let's get down here. Now, if you had a cannon and a shield combo, that might actually be quite good, since you would be able to build with, you know, predicted defense in front of the cannon. So the objective then would literally be just charge straight towards your opponent. And I guess at that point you could actually build everything out behind the cannons to increase their abilities. Let's get some extra bleed. We've got 10 of 11 units. I don't think we want the heal there. I would like to re-roll. Extra poison. We're up to level 3 for the poison. We're almost up to the level 5, where we're going to get some very nice new abilities. A level 4 on bleeding as well. Actually, very good. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, wow. That would have been great, but sadly, not for us. Oh, well. Let's carry on then. Right, let's see how much the poison does. 40 a tick. That is going to definitely help out dealing with the elite here. Let's get down here, take out this particular opponent if we can. There we go. Wiping out the ads, always important. Now that the elite has been poisoned, though, we can probably safely just avoid it for the most part and just get opportunity attacks when we're nearby, but otherwise not too much of a worry. And because we've got chain attacks, even attacking things nearby will sometimes cause us to take on the elite itself. It's already down, I would say, to about 2/3 of its total health, so I'm pretty happy with that. The elite doesn't seem to cause collision damage like other enemies do. Other enemies will cause damage if you happen to run into them, but the elite, it doesn't seem to, that I've seen. I could just be that I haven't observed it, but it does seem that you can run over this without taking excessive damage, unless it just happens to fire out its bullets at the same time. Right, let's get over there, make sure that we've got more damage being applied. Uh-oh, that was a bit of a rough time there. They all spawned in right on top of me. Did quite a lot of damage too, but then we managed to tank it, which I'm very happy with. The life steal is probably no small part to why we were able to get through that, since every time we were doing damage, we were managing to repair some of the damage that we'd already taken. Now then, at this point, we could upgrade the maximum life for every unit. We could upgrade the defense for physical attacks. Upgrade the defense for bullet attacks. I mean, there are two types of attacks here. Upgrade the maximum attack distance, or upgrade every unit. I think we want damage at this point. Chain damage, absolutely worth upgrading. And poison up to level 5. There we go. Enemies next to those poisoned gain poison too. Pandemic. Is it too soon for pandemic? Nah, I would say not. Let's see. Freeze, and that, you really want to give me cannon, don't you? If isn't going to shoot one extra bullet, I mean, that's not terrible. I'm still going to avoid it, though. We're going to just upgrade our other components for now. Lots of it really wants me to go with this. Maybe I could. I could put shield there. That would use up my 12 units, and then I could just start upgrading cannon, but there are better options, in my opinion. Much stronger options, ultimately. That being said, I mean, Bullet Breaker is also a fairly solid choice. I would like 2 extra types of damage back here to benefit from all of these, or 2 extra types of damage at the front that will benefit from the chain damage. No, we're going to just keep rolling through, see what we can do. Round 11, let's get in there. Do a fair old chunky bit of damage. Up to 50 poison, and the poison is spreading proactively. There we go. And we are getting the fragmentation. The little sickle is where something next to the fragmentation component is killing something and causing a attack to branch off. Something that I very much appreciated is basically how I always tried to build my weapons in Brio Prototype is, you know, the whole saying of, you know, make your money make you money. You know, if your money isn't making you money, then you're just going to have to work like a dog for the whole of your life, etc., etc., and various other rich people sayings. But by a prototype, I very much take that saying to heart when it comes to my actual, like, my projectiles. If my bullets aren't making more bullets, then I'm playing the game wrong. I'm playing on hard mode needlessly. My bullets should be spawning more bullets. In fact, it'd be great if my bullets spawned more guns, which spawned more bullets, which spawned more guns. Critical damage, nothing really we want there. Let's keep looking. Gunner shoots at nearby enemies. Goodbye, cannon. Finally, we have Gunner. There we go. We've got level 3 there, level 1 on lifesteal. I would like to increase you and grab the freeze up to level 4. Freeze now, getting really, really well. We need bleeding. We need freeze. We obviously want a lot of chain damage. Now, once we've got this leveled up, I think it's better at this point for us to maximize the weapons that we've got. And currently we have 3 weapons that are getting massive bonuses from the other effects on the rest of the Centipede. Adding another 2 weapons, which is the maximum that I would be able to add at this point, I don't think it would really help me that much, if I'm honest. But you'll notice now that the chain effect, it's not making the chain effect do more damage, it's causing the chain effect to chain to more things. So it gets an extra jump after it's jumped, which is absolutely marvelous. And poison at level 5 is brutal, I'm seeing. My god. Right, another gunner will absolutely take you. Another scout, which is for the central component there. And that's all we've got there. Level 2 scout there, level 1 thief, and a level 2 gunner already. Currently under the effect of poison 5, fragmentation 1, chain damage 3, and lifesteal 2. Only the central scout has all of the effects. So poison, freeze, fragmentation, chain damage, bleeding, and lifesteal. So ultimately, we really do want to get the scout up to as high a level as we can, because it's getting the most bang for buck out of all of our enchantments. And then maybe if we see a couple of other support items, I can tag those on at the back like we've got with the magnet. I might even go for a shield, frankly. Maybe 1 or 2 shields at the front would be okay at this point. Now that I've got the gunner, I'm okay with just filling out the remaining slots. I don't mind too much about what we do. We're already at level 13 of 20, so doing fairly well at the moment. Let's just swoop through here. There we are. This is very much a game about trying to break the game. About trying to break the game's balance. And I love games like that. Right, another poison. Can I actually enhance it? Oh, I can take it even further. That's kind of interesting. I wonder what magnet would do. I'm not sure. But at this point, sure, let's pop down a shield, and let's pop down another poison, I guess. I suppose it'll just take us up to level 6. I wonder if it can continue to upgrade, though. Aha! Merchant, 2 of them. Ah. Oh, I mean, I suppose. I was going to say, oh, I've got merchant, but I've already put shield down there. But no, that's okay. I'm going to put these 2 in. Create extra money. But lifesteal up to level 3 is probably more useful for me right now. Let's go with that. Right, the little shield at the front, as you can see. From what I've been able to tell, shield does not get larger with upgrades. Sadly, maybe at level 5 it would, if you can get it to an elite shield. But shield is literally just a shield at the front that just tanks a lot of damage and has an enormous health pool to tank the damage with, which is, you know, exactly, which is all you really need. And that's what Merchant's doing right now. It's causing money to just spawn around the arena. Honestly, getting Merchant is probably one of the important support items to grab. It isn't based on doing damage to things. Like, Thief will sometimes make extra money when it kills stuff, but Merchant just makes extra money. And so, in my opinion, having that early on is super important. Ooh, here we go. Okay, let's pop you down there. Bleeding up. Bleeding enemies now get to 1 HP immediately. Does that work on elites? Because if so, we just actually broke the game. Ice Age. When a frozen enemy dies, there is a chance of creating a freezing area. My lord. Also, let's continue to build up our shield. Wow. This is kind of broken. Alright. Let's get out there. Hello, elites. Let's see if I can make you bleed to death instantly. I mean, it'll be very easy for us to check, thanks to that, but let's just continually move around. What is happening over there? I don't even know why there's so many slow bullets. I actually deeply disapprove of these very slow bullets myself. Super disapprove of them. Can we just kill the elite? Oh, okay. So this is the new way of them annoying me. I'm just going to have to carefully bump into all of that using the front of my, or rather, my shield, the front of my centipede, to mitigate the amount of damage I will take. There we go. Let's get over here. Just apply as much damage as we can while we're here. There we go. Very, very nice indeed. We're going to get a bunch of attacks, but that's not really going to be too much of a problem for it. Why did I turn around at that moment and reveal my very, very vulnerable backside when the front of me is so happy to tank all of the damage forever? My lord. Oh, freezing areas. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. It doesn't last for very long, but I guess it doesn't need to. Can we shoot people? Please? Shoot? Apparently, no. We became a pacifist right at the end there. Right, shoot attack. Upgrades the bullet damage from every unit or physical attack. 2 of our attacks are physical based. Right now, though, I'm thinking just raw damage. Thank you very much. Ooh. Barbarian is a really interesting one. It selects an enemy to attack until it's defeated. It'll just keep attacking that enemy. It is a very, very, very powerful attack. Honestly, it's worth me getting rid of a level 2 shield for. This can now have fragmentation, chain damage, and freeze. Then we'll upgrade Thief a little bit. And then I'm going to upgrade Merchant a little bit. Is there anything else I can grab? There's bleeding, but don't really need it. And we can't even afford it. Alright, so Barbarian just picks an enemy and makes it its business to ruin their day. You've got to get close so that it'll actually select that enemy, and then it just will continually output damage towards it. That little golden sickle that we're firing, that's the Barbarian targeting and then just continuing to target until the enemy it selected originally is dead. Right, we are now into the new Game Plus territory. The base game only takes you... the first kind of completion run only takes you as high as level 15. So if there are new enemies, now is the time for them to start poking their faces in. Those are chunky boys. I only just noticed that. You're probably going to die just from the poison, I would imagine. Whomp. Hello? Not going to attack you? Why are we not attacking you? Hello? Please die. There we go. Took a little while, but it's fine. We got there in the end. There we are. Okay, so these are a new enemy type then. Very much so. Doing some good damage down there. Those slow attacks, though. Honestly, that is one of the worst ones. If we can somehow unlock an extra body part, I would not be against getting a bullet breaker just to deal with it. And we have got it, so, I mean, maybe. Fragmentation, let's level you up a little bit. There we go. Bleeding, possibly, sure. I mean, we're getting lots of units now. Cannon, no. Freeze, possibly. Let's pop you down there. Sure, let's go all the way up to level 6 of freeze. Explosion, another fragmentation. Got fragmentation up to level 3. Not bad. I would love to get a bullet breaker. And we could maybe tuck it in right at the back there. I think that would be perfect for us. Because that would be the main way of dealing with those very slow bullet release enemies. Which honestly are the biggest threat to me. Because I have to tank so much damage. And I no longer have a shield to tank it with. That was unintentionally a very good counter to those types of enemies. Because you've got so much health on the shield that you can just face tank it. I think there is an enemy right on that side, perhaps? Hello? Hello? Did you get pushed off the side? There we go. Thank you very much for dying. Alright, there we are. Let's swoop through. Might be nice to have some sort of edge warp in arenas this small. Or just expand the arena. That would also be another pretty solid option. Because this is... Whilst I appreciate having a small arena just because that is then one... other thing you don't have to really concern yourself with. Having a little bit of movement is nice. The greatest advantage is not having to hunt things off screen, but that's only an advantage when they actually can't get off screen. There we are. Okay, let's see. Another scout. Won't say no to that. We're taking up our scout to level 3. Reroll. Extra bullet. Gunner upgrade. Very much appreciated. Okay, so we've got level 3 gunner, level 3 scout, and a level 2 thief. And, of course, the level 1 barbarian. We do need to work on these a little bit more. I would love to get chain damage up to 5. I would love to see what that does. Lifesteal as well, of course. Merchant, we're only on level 2, but we've got room to expand it. I've not seen what any of the actual combat types do at Elite. I've never managed to get them up to Elite status. I've gotten 1 or 2 of the support units up to Elite. Pretty much Poison and Lifesteal I've gotten up to Elite. But I've not seen Bleeding. That one was a new one to me. And Freezing was also a new one to me. My goodness, that is glorious. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Poison. No, it was... what was it? It was Lifesteal and... It might have been Lifesteal and Bleeding that I got up there. I don't recall at this point. I'm terribly sorry. Right, let's get through here. Marvellous. That is just a beautiful amount of damage. It's a shame that the fights don't go on a little bit longer because we would make more money that way, but oh well. Hello? Could you please be dead? Thank you. Round clear. We're almost up to the final round. Extra punch, gunner, upgrade, lifesteal. Let's get you down there. Do we want to go for gunner? Sure, let's go for gunner as well. We might be able to grab something. Oh, barbarian. Ah, sadly, can't afford it. Oh well. But gunner is now at level 4. We might see gunner hit level 5 if we're stupidly lucky. Lifesteal as well is a possibility. Alright, let's go. Alright, this is the last regular round before we have to deal with the elite. Let's see what we got over yonder. Not too bad. Doing some decent damage there. Some very decent damage, actually. And again, the chain damage hitting shots is just perfect. But you do need enemies that you can reach to be able to cause that effect to trigger. So it's not as safe as having bullet breaker or shield, so you can just face tank the bullets. But it is a nice little bit of extra utility out of that ability, to be fair. Right, there we go. Let's sort you out. Thank you very much. And the remaining enemies. We're getting quite a lot now. They really do remind me of bacteria. Specifically, the way they just kind of propagate out of the spawn areas. It's like, yeah, this is bacteria propagation. Breeding? Would you say breeding? No, it's splitting, dividing. Hello? There we go. Who's alive? Someone is alive. Again, the whole having a small arena is really only useful when things can't get knocked out of it. There's still something alive. Where are you, you scallywag? Okay, let's do the perimeter patrol. Hello? There we go. Is that you? It might be. Hello? That took a while. But we've got 21 cash, so this might be able to get us what we need. I can upgrade the scout for 8, sure. We're then going to roll. Going to roll again. It's getting more expensive. Lifesteal up to 5, sure. Let's go with that. There we go. Vampire. Lifesteal raised by 50%. Well, we may as well grab the magnet at this point, because there's no point in re-rolling. We wouldn't have really been able to afford anything. Okay, well, I'm not really sure what magnet level to. Maybe it just pulls things in a little bit faster. But here we are. New game +1, final round. I wonder how high the new game pluses go. This is definitely a game where I would want to be able to just keep going for a while because I'm having fun and I want to see how broken my build can become with the right encouragement. Let's not take unnecessary damage and get overconfident. Remember, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. It's also quite a spiteful one. It's a bad winner. It's a sore winner, and it's also a sore loser, in my opinion. There we go. Let's get up there. Continuing to apply lots of damage down here. I don't believe it's actually bleeding, though, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll see. Ouch. Hi. Let's continue to apply a little bit of extra damage over here. I think the elite is pretty much going to just die on its own at this point. We don't really need to worry about it over much. The main thing with Barbarian is make sure that the elite is the Barbarian's target, and then you're pretty much fine to just run around the rest of the arena from that point onwards. There we go. Now, how many enemies are there going to be along the edges? Let's go and have a look. There's one down there, definitely. Let's swing back and see if we can get another swipe. You still there? I think there might be one right up the top over here. We'll get there in a second. Whoop. Hello. Look, it's in your best interest to just let me finish you off. You don't need to suffer like this. Oh, I found someone. Where are you? No, I've got to balance it just so. Hello. Don't know who you are or why you're still alive, but please be dead. Okay, so I actually recorded a whole outro because I sat here for like a minute and I wasn't killing it, and I figured, oh, well, fine, whatever. It's a bug. The game is brand new. But then the moment I wrap things up and hit stop recording, we won. I can still hear the sound though, so this is definitely a bug. But nevertheless, we won. Unlocked new game plus 2. More difficulty and more waves. But that is going to be it from us for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into Centipede Gun. Again, this is a shockingly cheap little game, so if you, like me, enjoy games where the main objective of the game is to break the balance of the game, then this is definitely one that you should keep on your radar. You can check out a link on where to get it on Steam down in the video description below. And while you're there, if you did enjoy the video, then remember to let Saint Algorithmus know with those lovely buttons. But that's going to be it from me and from this charming little centipede gun creature, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone.